Stay off the weed. And you can't stay off the weed. You ain't get busted for using weed. Stay off the weed. You can stay off the weed. Stay off the damn weed. And they don't listen.
When it comes to marriages, the women lose their mind. Your fiance is going to lose her mind. Your mother-in-law is going to lose her mind. Your mom is going to lose her mind. Several of your sisters and female relatives are going to lose their mind. Go elope. Trust me on that. Go elope. Because basically every female in the family is going to terrorize you guys until it's over. Once it's over, I mean, they'll be upset for a few days, but it'll be over. And then, you know, you cruise along, have a happy marriage, have a happy life.
I'll pass along the message. Thanks, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Trevor, unless he's crazy, is totally on my side. Trust me on this. If Trevor doesn't have the sense to do that, tell him to call me, because, I mean, he needs to do. I told all my kids, I'll give you $10,000 extra if you elope. So far, they haven't done it, but I would, too.
I'll have him call you for sure.
All right.
Hey, here we go. What is it? Hey, turbo, hey, kid. Buddy, what is it?
So far, back is left sequence right now. He's very much with ladies.
Okay, but listen, I still beat both of y'all. I know that.
I mean, damn. Nobody won. Jada was trying to win the thing. You talking about you could. So all these people that filled out bracket, you just trying to beat me and Joe.
That's all that matters. That's the only thing that matters. Okay. You gotta take hold on.
What this man got now? He done got him a crowd or something, Joe. Nah.
What we talking about? And still.
What keep you motivated though? Because like people like you don't ever get tired. Tired of what? Winning?
All right. Why? Nick Saban retiring? Huh? Nick Saban retiring? What? It's on ESPN. Oh, no.
I'll tell you, quarterbacks, you get all the good looking eyes of what a beautiful woman. Wow, he's AJ good. Some things right down to a youngster in Alabama. Start getting the football out and throw it around the backyard.
What we told our guys was let's study that thing and then get busy. Like a homely girl on a honeymoon. Busy. We want to be busy.
I went to Chicago yesterday.
Thank you, brother, go. Oh, no, smoke quick. Thank you, brother, go. He's serious. I've been to Charlotte twice. I've been to Raleigh. Raleigh. Okay. Close enough. That's how you say it? How you say it again? You for real? But it's spelled R-A-L-E-I-G-H. Raleigh. That's Raleigh.
Close enough. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, she was nice too, huh?
We can't wait for kickoff, but we got to practice a little bit. I want these guys bouncing around today like a pogo stick on Viagra.
I'm texting me this. My team is losing right now. I don't hear that. That's all I hear.
People talk about how talented they are and what a good team they are. They're consistent. You know, they play well week after week. They didn't win the lottery to win 10 games.
Watch out. It's the Who give up yards? We do. Who missed tackles? We do. Who let tight ends run free? That's us. Third and long? First down. Every time. Who can't stop a screen?
Yeah, me too, Jack. Me too, buddy. Me too.
Say the Dallas Cowboys going to the Super Bowl.
You smoking dope. You got to be.
And I had to go back and replay this, because what the f*** is she crying for, boy? Bitch must have bet her soul on this game. Then watch this next white lady come up.
You're still alive.
Boy, she act like somebody killed a pet.
We just won. What's the score? 31-14. Stephen A., watch him out.
Oh, shit. It's a good sound clip for the season.
Hey, man. How much have you had to drink tonight? Not enough. Not enough? Not enough.
I look at the computer say, Floyd say, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
Because I be saying so much about it, especially like on our team, and people love to blame the players so much. They be like, oh, he's just not what he thought he could be. And in my head, I want to tweet out so bad is, whenever we want to stop saying it's players instead of saying, or it's coaching, or scheme. Like, why don't the scheme ever suck? Why don't the coaching ever suck? Like, people don't realize that, bro. There be a lot of like, you know, BS that be going into this league. Like, that people don't realize, like, you think I want to be doing the BS? They telling me I got to do it. Like,
So I'm going to support him. I'm going to lift him up. I'm going to beat him for him.
because I see the way he fights. I see the way that he works. And I know who he is as a person, and that's all I have to say to address.
I mean, it's obvious. I mean, we're so far past that, to be honest with you. That's obvious. I mean, you just want to piss me off going this week.
So I'm like, bro, Cowboys supposed to be playing tonight. What the fuck is going on? I got my hat on, I got my jersey on, I got my forces on, I got my swag on, I done prayed to my Jesus, everything, want it?
Forever gonna be there, but you know, I know for sure I'm not gonna win a Super Bowl there. So, yeah.
We're here. DeMarcus Lawrence, welcome to the Seahawks. Thanks for joining us.
Girlfriend grab the phone. Got that phone right back. You get your phone, dog. You get your phone, dog. That was the play of the season. Every man at the house was going, get your phone, dog. Get your phone, dog. CD Lamb.
Well, now we look at our 10-day forecast. It's looking a little bit like those Dallas Cowboys is peaking in the 90s.
I really like the Eagles.
Stop saying that. We want the Cowboys to win.
No, I want the Eagles to win.
No, you do not.
Yes, I do.
Coming up, got our 42 catches.
I just want the Eagles to win.
Keep saying it.
When healthy, still a player who will be part of this
I like the Eagles.
The Eagles on offense are like a good boxer. It's like they just jab,
I want the Eagles to win.
and then all of a sudden you start creeping in, you make plays and stop someone.
Oh.
You want the Cowboys to win?
Are your hands on?
Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts for $15. Brother Chris, it's all about Jalen Hurts because he got a black queen forever, snow bunny never. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's bunny hopping. I'm going with number one. I'm going with Jalen Hurts. Fly, RBG, Eagles fly. I said fly, RBG, Eagles fly.
Y'all, thanks. Go Birds. I'm about to spank y'all today, too. Enjoy y'all package, though. Take this down. I'm about to lose. Fly, Eagles fly.
Are you going to school tomorrow?
I don't know.
Is he going to school tomorrow?
No, he ain't making it.
That's a bruise. It ain't just no soreness, it's a bruise. You're gonna aggravate it with the gun. I'm gonna talk to this. I graduated exercise science. I'm gonna list something. Damn. You getting your ass out, you finna block. I ain't blocking. No, you getting your ass out, we finna block. I ain't blocking. Blocking the date. I'm not blocking.
Yo, hey man, how's it going? You Jake? Yeah. Okay, hey, so someone called in reference to your Facebook post. The Eagle Boss, man, I know. So, I don't tell you, I'm fine. The Eagle Boss and the Dr. Barkin. I got you. You don't want to hurt yourself? No, the fucking Jalen Hurts the 3 goddamn, turn the ball over 6 times, man. That's right, yeah. Okay, alright man, have reach out. Alright, take it easy.
I think it's 2 ways you can actually cut a sandwich. A and B are the 2 ways you can cut it. Choose C or D, you seek help.
And he's assisting people down. My man just started throwing babies out the window. We was catching it, unlike Aguilar and his mishaps. I like to put that out there.
The MVP front runner. If anybody else got to say something different about that, then come see me. I'm right here in Beemore outside the bank. If you got an issue with that, come see me. I'm about that. Big trust. Woo woo. Lamar Jackson in the flesh.
Took a few more here for Lamar. Mike Jones. Or there was that point in the season when you guys lost 3 straight, 4 or 5.
Mike Jones, that's me. Mike Jones, that's me. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's all right.
What the fuck?
Oh my, oh.
What the?
Bristle up? Oh, just make sure you're not. Because I can bristle up too now. When you ask a question like that, and I'm trying to give you a logical answer.
The season's a lot like a roll of toilet paper. The closer you get to the end, the faster it goes. And so we've got to realize the importance of each football game.
Hey, when you
I use more product than anybody.
When you and Tim go get your hair done, what y'all tell them? Like to the left or the right?
No, I tell him go number 2 all the way up to a fade and just give me a phone call, man. Phone call, bro. Number 2. Hey, Paul, what do you tell him?
Hey,
it's a little off the side.
Leave the sides. Leave the sides.
I always tell him I should leave a little bit on the top.
Oh. Go Bulldogs.
Yeah, Bulldogs. Not so fast, midget. Not so fast.
Midget?
Yeah, little guy. Hey, not so fast. I go with Harvard. What's the matter?
I'm not laughing about it. You think it's funny? I think it's serious. I'm not real serious. I put my heart and soul in it every single week. I'm saying just the camera show. I'm just telling you right now what I do every single week. Every single week, I put my freaking heart and soul in this. I step my off. I don't let it laugh. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's funny. I don't want them to get embarrassed. I'm not that football for everybody. That's why I'm asking you. I'm telling you right now. We're talking. Dudes are talking. What was the context? I'm done. Sorry. I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna say y'all saw I want to go to LSU. End up going to Mississippi State. One game. 1 year out of 6. What do you think that's funny too? Got 2 bleeds, don't you? So you want to feed yourself? Hey, how you feel?
I just don't condone the bashing of Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys and have the
Green throws him in a chokehold, rips him back down, and is throwing punches. No one has any chill at this moment, and they're after it. All Ragnarok is breaking out there in Jacksonville, Bengals and Jags.
All right, tell the camera what you think about life. Like, how do you see life?
Sucks, but I'm playing football right now, so.
And just Smitty's, and then none of them. So I had all the thought process planned out. But anyways, oh, there's Landon.
Apparently, Landon Dickerson, the center, All-American.
Watch this, dude.
He bought that like.
Boy, quick.
Oh,
I knew how important this was for our team. Our team chill. I knew how important this was for our team. It's just crazy to me how much music I don't know out here. Like, I know I'm getting old. Like, I listen to all types of music too. I just don't know shit out here. I ain't never heard this song in my life.
I'm big. Yeah.
Bro, y'all need help, bro. Who told y'all that? Who told you? Who told y'all that?
I'm gonna go to Cancun like everybody expect me to do, and I'm gonna enjoy myself because I don't have nothing else to do, so take myself there.
You don't quit. You don't quit in sports. You retire. You don't get to quit. It's not an option. See, someone told me that a long time ago. That ain't even an option. The person told me that, he ain't here anymore. He died.
Always tell our boys that the most important things in life are faith, family, and football. I don't believe it. You stupid son of a... Run the route again. Mark, you stupid mother... That is so bad. Are you mentally challenged, son? Or seriously, are you mentally challenged? And if you notice there, I put them in that order for a reason, because the thing that comes first is your faith. Your faith with God is the most important thing in life. You don't get your into gear, we might not win a ball game all season. We'll go 0-12. And everyone in your life is going to hate you, myself included. All right? All right, bow your heads. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we as a coaching staff know that football is just a game. So we want to use this game to build young men of character. Win by any means necessary. So if you're at the bottom of the pile, you see someone's finger, break it. You see that star running back at the bottom of the pile, twist that ankle, get him out of the game. Anything we can do to win this ball game. I don't care if you got to play dirty. I don't care if you got to cheat.
I'm telling you. Hey, they're rougher than a pine cone toilet seat. Those guys can really play.
Are you in this game? Let him handle it. Let him handle it. Let him handle it. Let him handle it. Oh, you shut the fuck up. Let him handle it. Don't tell me nothing. You understand? Get it off the sideline. Push it on my... You don't push it on my...
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
We had several opportunities to make plays. We didn't get the plays made. We got to make more plays. It reminded me when I was in the 3rd grade, and it came time to go to the 4th grade in June, and they told me I was almost good enough to go to 4th. Go or not? No, I had to go to 3rd. You want to get? Yeah.
Standard you pulled last season. You should be thanking God. You're still a goddamn uniform, goddammit.
Needed some time to get going, and here comes the... Oh! We almost lost one.
You got another game. You got another game, man.
And roll time. Thank you. Roll time. Roll time. Roll time. Roll time.
I hate Tennessee, but the first ball is Tennessee. And I just hate them because they low down, they dirty, they some snitches. And I hate Philip Homer, I hate their colors. I'm not a dog person. I just hate Tennessee, man. Like, I hate Neyland Stadium, looks like a garbage truck, working convention. And I hate all their quarterbacks. I hate Tennessee, man. It reminds me, it's not the only one you can Tennessee. I hate Tennessee more than I hate all. I just dislike. I hate Tennessee. Tennessee's colors is that throw orange. It's not that orange you can sit with. It's that puke inside of pumpkin orange. And I don't like pumpkins. So I really don't like Tennessee, man. I can't stress that enough, man. And they lose. They sore losers because they're not Alabama, and I hate Tennessee, man.
I mean, his ability to just escape and make plays on the run, I mean, it's just outstanding what I've seen. And just the defensive side of it as well. They're definitely going to be a concern for me going forward if Alabama doesn't get their offensive line straightened out.
Chelsea, that's a great point, because if you look at Alabama's...
60 seconds, right? I can't wait to get paid again. Oh, baby. You know what? I'm still happy. Oh, there it is,
What is up, y'all? We are back, and let's go ahead and go over what is on the show play call list today. I feel like I'm really far away. Hold on, I'll fix my... Anyways, well, I guess I'm always far away according to Mo. If you ask Mo, she's gonna be like, I'm so far away from the camera. I just don't like a lot of lights on me. It overwhelms me, okay? I'm not photogenic or, you know, whatever. But anyways, so motivational video first up. We're gonna do the drops, national anthem, NFL Discord reaction. So Pooh Man, Derek, they sent me the most in the Discord. So we're gonna be reacting to what they sent me, and let's see, what else do I got? Oh, I got one NBA video that Pooh Man sent me. Don't know what's on that. I do want to talk a little bit about the Hurricanes. So I might do that first, and then we'll close out with a motivational video. So let's go ahead and play the motivational video.
Doubt is such a strange thing. I mean, it's, you know, there'll be times where you succeed and there are times that you fail. So wasting your time doubting whether you're going to be successful or not is pointless. It is. I mean, you just put...
Oh, that's the truth. Shout out Kobe Bryant. You know, I think Pooh Man, he also posted, I didn't screenshot it, but he also posted a Kobe Bryant quote in the Discord this morning. Let me see. Great things come from hard work and perseverance. No excuses. And I feel like that kind of goes with what he said here. It's like doubting, it's pointless. It's going to get you nowhere. You're either going to succeed or you're not. And even if you do fail, try again. Keep trying. Some of the most successful people are people who refuse to be told no. So that's what I'm doing. I'm keeping it pushing. I'm refusing to be denied on here, y'all. I'm trying to just keep it pushing, okay? So shout out to that. Hopefully that is a motivation to y'all like it was to me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the drops. Got the greatest mod in the YouTube streets. Let's see what you said. Don't forget about the anthem, Chelsea. Right, Pooh Man? Because even though I have it on the schedule, you would think, or the show play call list, as I call it, even though I have it on the show play call list, somehow I still manage to forget it. But this time, hopefully I won't. Thank you for the reminder, Pooh Man. Shout out to you for that. This is why you're the greatest mod in the YouTube streets. Okay, let's play your drop, Pooh Man.
Rolex wearing. Woo! Diamond ring wearing. Woo! Kiss stealing. Woo! Wheeling dealing. Woo!
Shout out to you, Pooh Man. And we've got Juice. Shout out to Juice Drops Entertainment. Make sure y'all are subscribed to her channel. She's doing amazing things over there, y'all. She's grown so fast. So shout out to her for that. Love to see it. But make sure y'all go subscribe to Juice Drops Entertainment. I'm very, very excited for her. Alright, let's see. Juice. You know, I don't think I've gotten to play your drop in a while, Juice. Okay.
Everyone wave goodbye to Juice Box! Literally wave! Do it! Here's two! Everyone wave! Okay. Guys.
Shout out to Juice. And we've got Mo in the building. Let's see, I seen you sneak in, Mo. I got homework, but I came to say hey and smash that like button. Shout out to you, Mo, for that. I'll play your drop real quick. Hopefully everything goes smooth with your homework. I don't know if you're still on vacation or not, but hopefully if you still are, that's going great as well. Let's see. Mo.
CDT says I'm going live tonight. I slick was thinking about not, but I'm gonna do it. If you need a break, take a break. Shit. Trust me, we understand. You do's a lot, man. But Chelsea Lynn might break out in the hives if you don't. She gonna be stalking you, man, if you don't. So if you don't do it for nothing else, you better do it for the North Carolina.
Shout out to you, Mo. Oh, we got Dan in the building. Danny, shout out to you. Cases and KM. I found, okay, so hopefully I still have your drop on here. Hopefully it's still saved. So let's see if it plays.
McAfee's laying a little dance on it himself.
I do still have it. Shout out to you, because I think you're a Colts fan, right? So that one's funny. Let's play it again with Pat McAfee. He's
McAfee's laying a little dance on it himself.
Oh, man. Y'all, okay, so let me tell you why I'm a little bit late. So, I was just really goofing off, playing my CDT beats. I really was. I was playing that Tupac remix, and I was jamming, y'all. I was goofing off, and I was like, alright, I gotta chill, and I gotta get the show started. I took a little video. Maybe I'll post the video. I haven't decided yet, but the little video of me dancing, it's how I be acting. It's how I be acting before the show starts. So maybe I'll post that as a short. Shout out to you, Oscar. What's up? Hope all is well. Why Pat? Hey, don't hate on Pat McAfee. He's cool. He's good people. He does great things. He's very generous. Like, he donates a lot. So, you know, everybody has their pros and their cons, but I think overall Pat McAfee is a pretty great person. Why, Pat? Hey, Cases and Can, tell me your favorite Colts player, and maybe I can switch it up for you. If you don't like, I'm still going to keep the Pat one, because I do like that little Pat McAfee attitude walk, just how crazy he acts. But if you would like another one, I will definitely add a different one. But I'm still going to play that one, okay? I'm still going to play that one. Alright. So we went over the motivational video. Oh, y'all, we played your drops. Before I forget, we gotta do then a Touchdown Tribe National Anthem. See, I almost forgot again. Oh, wait, that's not even.
Says I'm going live tonight.
My bad. My bad. Let me get it together,
On
y'all.
the Star Spangled Banner, Fergie.
Let a flag walk still there.
Alright, there we go. We played the Touchdown Tribe National Anthem. Man, I went through like 3 different screens trying to get to that National Anthem. But we made it. We made it to the right one. Peyton or Reggie Wayne. Okay. Let me make a note of that. So I don't forget. Because I'm bad to not remember. Daniel. So Peyton or Reggie Wayne. Okay, I made a note. So I will definitely try to find one for you. Alright, was she drunk when she did that? Had to have been. I don't know, like, I just don't understand, like, I don't know if she was going for like a different, my guess is she was going for like a different rendition of the national anthem, but it was not great, obviously, as we know. I said, why she do that? Why she do it like that? Okay, let's get into it. We've got, oh, Pooh Man sent me something funny, y'all. I don't know if I even added this to the list, but Pooh Man did send me like a funny impersonation of Shannon Sharp, so we gotta react to this.
Tim is going to portray our tight end.
That's great. Hey, shook up. Oh, there you go. I ain't see you have my head down.
Immediately, I like the bucket hat, like the Fisher's hat. I like his because it's North Carolina. I remember those hats, too.
So, Shannon Sharp, I know the Baltimore Ravens been hit with a lot of injuries.
Yes, we have.
I seen that special on HBO, School of Hard Knocks, with Sarah Gooser.
You see that hat with the North Carolina emblem? That's like the old school North Carolina emblem. I really like it.
You humiliated me, dude, on national television. So I want restitution.
Well, yeah, I knew that Goose had something to do with that, and I told Goose then. I said, Goose, I want my restitution.
Yo, that the voice. He did great with this. Man, that was too funny. Alright. Shout out to Pooh Man for that one. Let's see, what's next? Oh, I did want to talk a little bit about... Let me go back to this screen. What's up, Almond Eyes? Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you're doing well. I did want to talk a minute about the Hurricanes winning the Stanley Cup. Y'all, I'm so hyped for the Hurricanes. Caniac's going crazy because we won the Stanley Cup. Haven't won in 20 years. Y'all, I think I said this before, but I'm going to say it again. So I had heard, in my mind, I'm thinking, 2006, I was in middle school, right? And that was the last time they won the Stanley Cup. In my mind, I'm thinking that wasn't that long ago, right? This person said it was 20 years ago. I was like, that be right. Nope, sure enough, 20 years since the last Stanley Cup for the Hurricanes. But we back. We got it. I'm so excited. I don't even want to talk. Okay, so you notice on the list I didn't even put I don't even want to say the Knicks. It makes me sick. I didn't want the Knicks to win because of Stephen A. But it wasn't just that. It was just then I seen how they were acting, how the fans were acting. This might be a hot take, y'all, but I feel like I'm to the point where the fan base is so outrageous with how they're acting that they should just start stripping away titles or wins if fans act crazy. Make an example out of them, and I feel like the way the Knicks fans acted, they should be stripped of their title. Maybe that's a little extreme. I don't think it is, because I feel like if you make a move like that, if you cost your team that championship or that win, it will, decrease the chances of all that's going on. Because I'm telling you, it's spilled over into AAU sports. Even these parents are acting crazy over these games. And that's why I just think that if you just strip the win or the title, a championship title from them, it will, cause them to want to act right. Anyways, that's just my hot take on that. Don't even really want to talk about it because I didn't want the Knicks to win. Anybody but the Knicks was the type of time I was on. I'm happy for them, I guess, because, being a Dallas fan, they haven't won in forever, right? So I guess I should be happy for them. They hadn't won a title since the 70s. So they finally got a title. At least for the Dallas Cowboys, they got a title in the 90s. But for the Knicks, it was longer. So I guess I should be happy for them in a way. I don't know. Alright, there we go. I talked about that. Okay, Pooh Man sent me this about streaming with sports, because y'all know how I feel about this, so let's see what is said in this video.
Lawmakers are taking aim at the NFL over sky-high streaming costs. One business owner spoke out about this at a hearing on Capitol Hill this week. You better watch this.
Everybody has to move to streaming. And so literally now we have to buy streaming boxes. And in a typical smaller bar where I have maybe 30 or 40 TVs with a DirecTV box mounted behind every television, I now have to get an Everpass streaming box, but you can't put an Everpass streaming box behind every TV. It doesn't work like that. Just imagine at home if you tried to stream, 30 Netflixes at once, your internet's just going to die. Well, it's the same way for most bars and restaurants today.
I go to sports bars, so I've got an interest in this. And the gentleman on the right-hand side of the screen there is Tailgaters Pub and Grill founder Jim Hallers. All right, Jim.
This is something that I've often thought about because, for those of you who don't know, I grew up near a billiards place, and it was a family establishment. No alcohol was served. My dad was best friends with the owner. We went to concerts together, sporting events together, all of that, right? But I grew up, playing pool, so I'm really good at pool. But I think about that business and how, I don't know how, like, he's doing it. He has to have these streaming services now. All of these streaming services. We went from watching it just on, like, our, cable TV or whatever you had, and now you have to have all these streaming apps. That was something that I've thought about for him, because I'm just like, that's got to be frustrating, because then you got to switch the accounts, you got to switch. That has got to be the most annoying thing for him.
I was glued to your testimony. I just didn't realize what a difficult position streamers put bar owners like you in. How are you going to cope?
Well, it's why we're speaking up, because the simple matter is that it is hard to watch all of the streaming things, much like at home. When you're a football player, you have to ask each week, if you're out of market, how do I even watch the game? And for us, it's becoming the same problem. Is it on YouTube TV? Is it on the Sunday Ticket? Is it on, Amazon? Is it on? And all of these solutions have different ways. And for years, for the last 30 years, it's come to us through DirecTV, and it's just worked, And so we like a centralized approach, but we just need technology that works. And streaming is still very immature.
I just want to get an idea.
Complaining, I guess, mostly for not only just having it all in these different streaming services, but also like how it affects your internet, because the more you're streaming, the more is asked of your internet.
Of how much the World Cup adds to your business. Did you see many people turn out in your bars, say yesterday for the 2 games? Are you expecting a full house today for the Team USA game?
Obviously, Texas is close to Mexico, so we had a great turnout for the Mexico game.
I would think parts of like Texas and Florida, those areas, they probably had a really great turnout for the World Cup. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people tuned into that though, and they had Future, y'all. I was more hyped about Future.
And tonight, obviously, Team USA will be a huge crowd at the bar. I do expect it to be a full house, and it'll be, hopefully standing room only. And we also had last night even the Stanley Cup last night, which brought a good crowd too. So we don't want to forget hockey.
I imagine that soccer fans drink beer and not wine. Is that accurate?
That is correct. And we're one of the largest sellers of beer in our county.
Okay, well, that's good news. And if they drink spirits, they'd be having in a shot glass, right? You got beer in a shot. Is that the traditional soccer thing?
Beer in a shot is definitely the way to do it.
Well, I drink in an Irish bar, which is a sports bar, and the Guinness flows like you wouldn't believe. Does it flow in your bars?
We do have Guinness on tap. That's pretty much a requirement for a good sports bar, and along with plenty of Jameson whiskey for you there.
Not Bushmills. Okay. A great pleasure having you on the show today, Jim, and we wish you the best of luck throughout the tournament. I hope we can get this streaming thing fixed for you guys. All good.
We hope so, too. We really need it to work. It's not a matter of price. We just want technology that works, and that's what they've been taking away from us.
Forget that. I'm upset about not only the way it affects your internet, but I'm also upset with the way it affects, like, you having to have all these different apps to stream a sport instead of it just being on one location. That's what I don't like. And then you add in the price. That's another thing. I don't know what he's talking about. He should be complaining about the price too. Streaming services have monopolized the game. We went from just having it all in one location to having Amazon Prime. What else is there? Peacock, Netflix now. Like, all these different apps just to watch sports. It's insane. I'm not, like, oh, Paramount Plus? The other day, I don't know if y'all, I didn't talk about this, but I don't know if y'all watched the UFC fights. I watched it. But you have to have Paramount Plus for the UFC fights. I mean, it's just, ugh. Y'all know, I can't stand it. It's absolutely disgusting to me. But it's the name of the game, like, they want their money. Alright, let's go to the drops because we have CDT Beats in the building, my music producer for the show. CDT, you're the reason why I was late to my lives, because I was goofing off, just listening to the beats, like jamming. I took a little video. I might post it. If I don't post it on my YouTube, I'll definitely probably just post it in my Instagram, because that's private and, you know, it's just for my main people. But anyways. Shout out to CDT Beats. CDT Beats, are you back live tonight? Mo, you talk about doing your homework, and here you are. Let's see what you say. As Americans, we have to start taking a stand. Thank you, Mo. Yes, boycott these streaming platforms, but people are willing to pay. They will never change. Capitalism wins every time, right? It's sad. It's sad that we don't boycott these prices. Like, you got to think, if everyone, if we just got everyone in unison on board with this, they would have no choice but to fold. I just think it should be, I've seen this one, if I could ever find it, I've been trying to find it for the longest time, but I didn't save it, and that's like one of my biggest regrets. But there was this image, and it showed the cycle that we went through. Like, we had the antennas, and then, you know, we had cable, and then we went to streaming services. Like, it said something like to the effect of, we went, like, in a circle just to basically be watching everything we had on cable to make it more expensive. Like, what sense does that make? Like, we could have had everything on cable for cheaper, and we just let them take over with these streaming services, raising the prices. I'm not a fan of it. The only reason I have Netflix and Hulu is because of my dad. Okay, because your dad watches them. Okay, that's funny. See, I don't have Netflix. I had a friend, he recently he offered to let me have his Netflix password, and I was like, nah, you don't gotta do that. Like, I don't wanna do that. But I do, however, have Amazon Prime because of my stepmom and my dad. So that's the only reason why I'm able to watch the races right now, and, you know, I was able to watch some of the basketball games because they have Amazon Prime and they let me have their account. But I don't have Netflix. I've refused to have Netflix since they raised their prices. I just refused. I mean, I don't know about these other services raising their prices, but Paramount Plus is pretty cheap. And, you know, man, don't even get me started on Disney. But, yeah, I just refused to get Netflix. It just ticked me off so bad. Maybe one day maybe if I'm rich, I won't care, like that one guy who, you know, the sports bar owner. Maybe if I get rich one day, I won't care. If I ever win the lottery, I don't know. I still feel like I would be like a Ocho, because I'm very frugal with my money. Like, I'm very, you know, money cautious. Anyways. I use the grandparents' Netflix and Hulu and all that. LOL. I ain't paying for none of that, right? It's like, it's sad that we have to get these services from, like, our parents. You know? Like, parents, grandparents. Oh, man, it's frustrating. What's up, Miguel? Good to see you. Hey, what's up, Chelsea? What's good, fam? Just sliding through to see how you are doing, my sister. Shout out to you, Miguel, for that. Thank you for stopping by. I watch more Roku Live TV mostly. You know what's funny is I watch Roku to watch Home Improvement. I really like, I've gotten into Home Improvement. I watch a little bit of everything on these different apps. Because I'm like, if someone's paying for it, like I know my stepmom and my dad pay for Amazon Prime. So I'm like, if they're paying for it, they're going to get their money's worth out of this. So I try to watch a show on there. Try to watch a show on Paramount Plus. Try to watch, you know, all these different services. But then you got YouTube TV. That one's a pretty penny. So I need to really, besides, I only have YouTube TV for sports. That's the only reason. Okay. Let's go to the next thing. Shout out to Pooh Man, by the way, for that video. This is NFL. Okay, so Pooh Man sent me an article, and it was about, like, the best NFL players to never win a Super Bowl. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try to find a video that covers this. So here's this video. Hold on, now I gotta pay attention to these names because I thought it was gonna be, you got Zach Thomas, Devin Hester, Cortez Kennedy. Man, I thought this was gonna be like a video of like it breaking down all the players. I'm gonna have to find another one. Yet. I feel like Randy Moss is up there. Julio Jones is up there for me. Oh, I think is a good one. Start watching these videos just a little bit before I save them because I would thought this was going to be like a video of going through a list and breaking it down, but no, it's just like this one big list. I'm sorry. JJ Watt is a good one. Was Barry Sanders on here? Because I feel like Barry Sanders is another one. This video. I might try to. Let's see. I just want to see. Oh, OJ Simpson's on the list. Larry Fitzgerald. Let's see. Randy Moss. Okay. I don't know if this one had any of the modern names. Y'all, I might try to find that article that Pooh Man just sent me and share it, and then we can just go through it. Give me 1 second to bring up my Discord. Because that was a really good article. It had like Lamar Jackson on there. I don't know if it had Joe Burrow, but I put Joe Burrow on my list. Even though he went to the Super Bowl, he never won it. So I put Joe Burrow on that list. Would I dare put Dak Prescott on that list? I think Dak Prescott is a great talent. And he's never won a Super Bowl. I feel like he's one that probably gets overlooked. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Dallas fan. Because y'all know I'm not really, like, I'm not a delusional Cowboy fan, right? But I feel like Dak Prescott has those stats. Alright, let me find this article from Pooh Man. I'm in my Discord right now. Alright, here we go. We'll just go through this list. Play my CDT beats in the background while we do it. What's up, Logan? Good to see you in the building. Alright, let me share my screen. Alright, gotta move this around. Alright, there we go. Let's get into this list that Pooh Man sent me. And let's see who's on it. For the best NFL players never to win a Super Bowl. Here we go. Oh, come on. I don't even know where this cursor is. Give it a minute. It's loading. There we go. I don't know why it's not letting me see where to scroll. It's like I got an invisible screen. I don't want to move it right there. Oh, okay. I guess it's still loading. I'm just gonna, there we go. Refresh it, see if that helps. Ain't nothing ever wanna work right. I forget Barry Sanders Has to be number 1. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see who gets the number 1 spot. I don't even know if I went through the whole list. I do know it had like the modern names. Okay, here we go. I found it. Now we can go through it. Alright, so first up you have Josh Allen. So, best chance, Buffalo reached last year's AFC title game only to fall once again to the Chiefs. Despite trailing 21-10 late in the first half, the Bills to the fourth quarter, Buffalo gave up the lead with under 4 minutes left and were unable to run on its final possession. So, of course, Josh Allen is on the list. He's one that I hope stays on that list. If I'm being honest. Y'all, I hate these ads. It messes with my... Alright, you have Phillip Rivers, which we seen on that one video. Chris Carter. Eric Dickerson. Jack Youngblood. John Hanna. Y'all, I can't do nothing about these ads. They're on this page. John Hanna. Dermonti Dawson. Champ Bailey. Randall McDaniel. Joe Thomas. Steve Largent. Bruce Matthews. Terrell Owens. Okay, this is one that I thought was a good one. Y'all, I didn't realize that Terrell Owens never won a Super Bowl. I don't know why. I never thought about it. But he really did never win a Super Bowl. Obviously, he didn't win one with the Dallas Cowboys. Didn't win one with the Eagles. I'm trying to think, was he with the 49ers at one point? But he never won one. Let's see. Let's keep it moving. If it'll let me. O.J. Simpson. I get why he's on that list. Adrian Peterson. He was another one. Adrian Peterson was another one. Obviously, he didn't win with the Vikings. He had that close chance, but it blew up with the Saints. But Adrian Peterson, I thought, was a good one. J.J. Watt, he was another one. I thought they already had Eric Dickerson on the list. They put him on the list again, I guess, based off how many chances he had. Fran I can't say that name. Let me clap it out, y'all. Let me clap it out. Hold on, let's play that drop. Give me a second, y'all. Let me clap it out. Let me try to figure out how to say this name, okay? Fran Tarkenton. Okay, there we go. I broke it down. Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has to be on this list. I'm surprised Lamar Jackson isn't closer with Josh Allen. But they put him at 11. Let's see. His best chances. It says Jackson's best chances at a ring so far was this past year with the Ravens edition of fellow future Hall of Famer Derrick Henry. Okay, let's see. The Ravens 8-5. You know, a lot of the reasons why Lamar Jackson can't get to a Super Bowl has nothing to do with his talent. It's mostly the other players. Larry Fitzgerald, he's a good one for that list. Dang, I ain't gonna be able to say his name. Where's, what's his name? But I ain't gonna be able to say this. Mo, do you know him? I think Mo's a Chargers fan. Let's see. LaDainian Tomlinson. I think everybody just called him Tomlinson. I know Tomlinson, but I don't think many people called him LaDainian. LaDainian. That was his name. LaDainian Tomlinson. Took me a minute for it to register, but it registered. Okay. Let's see who else we got. Tony Gonzalez is on the list. Junior. I'm trying to think of how you say his last name. Junior, we'll just call him Junior. Alan Page, that's a good one. Anthony Manuna, don't let me say that name. Y'all know. Bruce Smith, Randy Moss. Randy Moss is definitely a good one. Barry Sanders, Dan Marino. So they put Dan Marino at 1. Y'all, they did Joe Burrow dirty, not putting him on this list. Joe Burrow should be on this list, in my opinion. If you're going to put Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen on there, you've got to put Joe Burrow on there. So I feel like Joe Burrow should have been on this list, if I'm being honest. Y'all, I was looking up Aldon Smith. I was trying to figure out you don't know about his tragic passing. I'm sure most of y'all heard by now, but anyways. Alright. Moving on. Yeah, good to see you, Logan. Let's see what y'all are saying. There was another comment, yeah, from Touchdown. I think it's Touchdown versus the World, but Joe Shiesty, without a doubt, is the best QB to never win a Super Bowl. And I would agree with that. I think in this era, I think if you're looking at him compared to Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, why is he not on this list? That is the most tragic thing you could do. Most disrespectful thing you could do. Joe Burrow should have been on that list. For not having him on there when you put Lamar and Josh Allen, they didn't, mind you, they didn't even make it to the Super Bowl. At least Joe Burrow made it to the Super Bowl, but he lost, right? But to not have him on that list is insane to me. Alright. Let's see what else I got. Yeah, came close with the Eagles. Okay, yeah, you're talking about with Terrell Owens. Okay, yeah, he was the 49ers. Yeah, you were talking about Terrell Owens. Moving on, let's go to something that Derek sent me. Shout out to Derek. But he sent me, like, the smartest NFL plays. So I'm really excited for this. Let's see what we got.
From winning an Oscar with a trick play to a play so disrespectful it happened on 4th down in the Super Bowl. These are the 15 smartest plays in NFL history. So let's kick things off with a high IQ moment that showed why Ed Reed wasn't just one of the greatest defensive players ever, but also one of the smartest players in NFL history. Not only did he come down with a crazy interception, but somehow he turned the whole thing into an offensive play and even added a little pitchy pitch hoo-hoo to it.
Goodson remains 3rd and 11. St. Pierre intercepted. It's picked off by Reed. His 4th interception with the left.
Whoa! Yeah, let's go. I like that.
Second, Ed Reed realized he wasn't making it to the end zone himself. He pitched it to his teammate, who finished the play off for an easy pick 6.
That was
but
beautiful.
As smart as that play was,
that wasn't even
nothing
y'all
compared to when Tom Brady pulled off a trick play.
I don't know
so
if
smart.
that was really planned. I got to go back and see that again. Let's see it.
NFL history. So let's kick things off with a high IQ moment that showed why Ed Reed wasn't just one of the greatest defensive players ever, but also one of the smartest players in NFL history. Not only did he come down with a crazy interception, but somehow He turned the whole thing into an offensive play and even added a little pitchy pitch hoo-hoo to it.
Goodson remains 3rd and 11. St. Pierre intercepted.
Whoa, that was
It's picked
beautiful.
off by Reed. His 4th interception with the lateral.
That's just one of those plays where he made it look like it was meant to happen. Like, the ball was made for him. He's like in the right place with that defensive scheme that they were doing. So shout out to that. But you add in the toss to toss the ball. That was risky. I ain't gonna lie, that was risky. That was risky, but they made it work. They made it happen.
The second Ed Reed realized he wasn't making it to the end zone himself, he pitched it to his teammate, who finished the play off for an easy pick six. But as smart as that play was, it's nothing compared to when Tom Brady pulled off a trick play. So smooth, it literally ended up
Tom
getting
Brady
its own nickname.
with Pooh Man. You know, Pooh Man likes Tom Brady.
Patriots and Jaguars tied in the third quarter of the 2007 AFC divisional game. Brady led New England on an 82-yard drive and saved the smartest move for the final play.
And Brady still has the football. What a fake to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, New England!
The Jaguars were fully expecting either a direct snap or a handoff to Kevin Falk. Instead, Brady keeps the ball himself, freezes the defense completely, and with nobody pursuing him, throws a perfect touchdown pass.
Yo, that was
The
crazy.
play
You see
worked
how his body was fully turned? Like, he had his back fully turned. Like, that was crazy.
so well. It ended up getting its own name, Brady's fake Statue of Liberty. But not every smart play has to look flashy or get its own nickname. Sometimes, the smartest plays are the ones that make you wonder why this next guy isn't teaching a class at Harvard, especially with a Super Bowl on the line in the final seconds.
And takes the safety with 4 seconds to go.
It does not look spectacular, but the Ravens punter intentionally taking the safety against the 49ers burned a precious 8 seconds off the clock and completely removed the risk of a blocked punt or a return touchdown. Just a cold, calculated decision on the biggest stage in football. Good thing that was just
an
a
interesting
one-off
move to make that.
moment, because this next category is where football IQ gets really crazy. When the smartest thing you can do is actually refuse to score.
Oh,
And
yo,
that's exactly
we
what Brian
watched
Westbrook
this.
did here.
We watched this one.
The Cowboys are out of timeouts. So the Eagles will keep it on the ground and run it with Westbrook.
This is crazy.
We'll watch Westbrook take.
It sounds crazy, but scoring there would have actually helped Dallas. If Westbrook walks into the end zone, the Cowboys get the ball back with enough time for a miracle comeback. So instead, he drops at the 1 yard line, keeps the clock moving, kills Dallas's last real chance, and lets the Eagles run out the clock for the win. Now that
Those
is
are like
a
the
rare
little things that you
100%
don't
IQ
think
football
about
play.
in football.
And speaking of rare plays, this one is so well sold, it
People
honestly
question
feels
those
like
moves.
everyone
They're like, you know, why didn't you just score the touchdown? But you don't think about the little things like we talk about like running out the clock and all of that, but there's other little details like that that go into it.
Ball should get an Oscar for their acting on the field. So here's Johnny Manziel
Hey,
pretending
here's
to be talking
Johnny.
to the coach, and then
Y'all,
this
here's
happens.
Johnny. That's what they would say about him whenever he was Texas A&M. I know that phrase comes from other things, other references, right? But they used it for Johnny Manziel when he was at Texas A&M. Obviously, he went to the Browns. Didn't have much of an NFL career, but he does have that personality.
They want their opposing team to have to devote practice time to this package during the week.
Well, they want to be able to provide a spark mainly for their offense.
Wide open throw down the field. It's Manziel. Penalty markers are flying down as they fooled every.
Pretending to be on the sidelines, talking to your coach, running around and catching a pass? Man, that wasn't Johnny Manziel. That was Johnny Depp. Because bro wasn't playing football, he was acting.
You all know that they had to have made a rule. I'm pretty sure they probably made a rule after this play that we can't be doing that.
But That Oscar-level acting might not top what Jared Goff did in this one, because this was basically the performance of his career. Against the Bears, Goff went full method actor to set up one of the smartest plays all season.
You would think that would have been called against him as well, and would have gone both sides, 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
Now Gibbs stumbled after taking the snap.
Jared Goff? Nah, that's Ryan Gosling. The way he sold that moment.
I remember this.
Whole...
I remember I was like panicking because I really wanted, obviously, the Lions to get it. But I remember I was panicking. I was like, "Oh my gosh, get up on, get on your feet!" Like I was like freaking out. But there was a reason to the madness. Now oh no, I gotta promote my dinner right quick. Okay, let's hear it. Did a shrimp. Oh man, I'm jealous. Did a shrimp and crab. Man, my mouth is watering. Did a shrimp and crab boil on the Blackstone. Shout out to that. And if you have, I don't know if you like yum yum sauce, but I'd be dipping mine in the yum yum sauce. Did you make rice too? I don't know if you made rice too. Oh wait, no. Did you make, y'all? I haven't ate. Can you tell? But did you make corn too? Like, with the boil, you have the corn, you have the shrimp, you can have the crab, you can have the, what do you call those sausages? I can't ever say the name. I call it the Cabascus. I know it's not, that's not what it's called, but I call it the Cabascus sausages. That's my nickname for it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, but you can have some of that in there. Made me hungry, City TV. This is why I say, if I ever go to an Atlanta race, I'm gonna pull up. I'm like, CDT Beats, Mrs. CDT Beats, y'all got food for me? Can I come grab a plate? Okay.
Defense completely lost. That said, this isn't the only time the Lions had their QB pull off a smart play. One of the smartest might be Matthew Stafford in this game against the Cowboys.
Oh, I already know this one.
The Lions are suddenly at the 1-yard line with no timeouts.
If this isn't the one that was like a Thanksgiving game. Y'all, I was pissed. I was mad. I ain't gonna hold you. I was mad. Let's see. It was Lyric's B-Day dinner. Oh, shout out to that. Shout out to Lyric's birthday. And yes, yum yum sauce is great. Corn, baby red. Oh yes, the baby red potatoes in the sausage. Yes, you know, CDT Beats. And I threw a lobster tail in there. Yeah, you guys are eating good tonight. I see why she requested that. She had a great request for dinner tonight.
17 seconds left. So Stafford is out there screaming for everyone to line up fast. And usually that means spike the ball, stop the clock, reset everything. But not Stafford. He had something else cooking the whole time.
How can y'all understand what he's saying? You hear the high-pitched voice with that?
Clock! Time! He dives in for the touchdown. Did he get it? Yes, sir, he did!
That's just pure confidence and deception, because if he hesitates, he gets tackled. If he second guesses, the clock runs out. That's why you've got to fully commit. And it worked. The Lions win 31-30. And it goes down as one of the most famous fake spike finishes in NFL
Y'all see
history.
why I was mad?
But as good as Stafford is at pulling off smart moments, he also found himself on the losing end of one here when a heads-up play ended up deciding the game. In 2015, the Seahawks were trying to stop the Lions from taking the lead late with under 2 minutes left. After Stafford finds Calvin Johnson, it looks like a touchdown is right there until this happened.
Third and a long yard, and they're going to throw. Stafford complete. Calvin Johnson to the end zone, fumbles it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be a touchback if he didn't break.
Chancellor forces the fumble, and KJ Wright knocks it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback, giving Seattle the ball.
Those are the circumstances that I talk about where, like, whenever a running back or whoever has the ball punched out, those are circumstances that you really can't control. Like, you're doing your part. Unless you're just being careless with how you're carrying the ball, because that will tick me off. Like, that's the reason why Ezekiel Elliott had career-high fumbles at one point, because he was acting careless with how he was carrying the ball, and I ain't like that. But if you're making sure the ball's secured and you're doing your part, and then they just happen to punch it out, those are just circumstances you really can't control in the game of football. So I really don't hate on players like this. I know that Derrick Henry got some hate last season because of this, and y'all seen his frustration throwing the helmet. But you got to think, that was a circumstance where someone punched out the ball. So there's really not much you can do. Like, he was doing his part. He had that ball secured. The way he carries, he's always real careful. But someone punched it out, and you just can't, whenever they get under there and they punch it out like that, there's really just nothing you can do. But hope that the team can recover it, and it does that. Obviously, that's not always how it ends.
It looked like a smart defensive play, but it was actually illegal. It was just so smartly done, the refs missed it.
Wait,
so
punching out the ball's illegal? No, it's not illegal. What was illegal about it?
Now, not every smart play is about pure high-level IQ. Sometimes you get a 1,000 IQ move and a 0 IQ mistake happening on the same play. Like in this Broncos versus Raiders game.
No, I'm going to Google that. I'm going to Google it. If he's talking about punching out the ball being illegal, that's not illegal.
And surprisingly, the Raiders come out looking smart here thanks to Dwayne Harris.
And on to punts away. So he drives it deep over the head of Harris. Let's see if they can pin it inside the 10. As good job by the coverage unit. Harris says, I'm going to play this because I can. And look at the return
that man had me questioning my whole life. Because I had to Google. I was like, is punching the football out illegal? And it says no, punching the football out is, perfect, like a perfectly legal move. Maybe it was just, maybe the player accidentally got punched in the process or something, and that was what he was saying is illegal.
What a smart move by Harris as he gets free. How about it, Raider Nation? Wow.
That Broncos player definitely left 100% of his brain back in Denver, while Harris was out there using 100% of his to make the play happen. But 100% IQ still isn't enough to describe this one, because the flea flicker is already a classic NFL trick play.
Why is it always gotta be with Dallas? They showed like 3 or 4 with Dallas already.
The Lions turned it into a full 1,000% IQ masterpiece here.
Get into that in a second. Oh, here's a little trickery. Straight Brown, back to God. Flea flicker's got Laporta wide open.
Horrible defense.
Foot race towards the end zone.
The Cowboys' defense
tell us oldest time. Horrible defense.
Completely bites on the reverse, gets frozen for a second, and that's all Detroit needs to spring Sam Laporta wide open for a 53-yard touchdown. This is exactly why the Lions have built a reputation for being deadly with trick plays. Now, we are heading to our top 5 smartest plays. In number 5, we have Peyton Manning showing why he is the ultimate smart QB, and that shows in this play. He didn't just fool the defense, he even faked out the cameraman on the way to the end zone.
On 3rd and goal.
Mitch Unrein is the...
You gotta be kidding me. Another one on Dallas? But this just shows you how bad Dallas defense has been. Tell as old as time, horrible defense consistently. This is why we never make it to the Super Bowl. And it's sad. It's honestly sad. You would think something would change. I think the best chances we had was under Dan Quinn. Because 2 times we went against the 49ers and then we went against Green Bay. And it just came down to our defense. Couldn't stop the run. Both times. And at the time with the 49ers, we had a horrible kicker. Now we got Brandon Aubrey, and that's a lot better. But, man, just so many things with the Cowboys.
Defensive lineman.
Peyton still has the football. Can you believe it? Peyton Manning runs it in for the touchdown.
Genius move, no doubt, but my man, put some speed on that run, even with the fake. He still took forever to score.
I mean, this has to be the year that Peyton Manning had, you know, lingering issues with, I can't remember if it was hamstring, I don't know. But he was having lingering issues, and obviously it got worse in the Super Bowl, and Broncos defense, I think, really helped out with that Super Bowl win. But I get why he was taking his sweet time, because look, when you got nothing but time and nobody around you, and you know you got it, I mean, you really don't have a reason to, like, speed it up.
For our number 4 smartest play, we've got to turn things up a notch, because in Super Bowl 40, the Steelers had one trick play the Seahawks defense never saw coming. Now, this is Steelers wide receiver Antoine Randall, who actually played quarterback in college at Indiana. So with Pittsburgh holding a tight 14-10 lead over Seattle with just under 10 minutes left, instead of leaning on Ben Roethlisberger, they went with something completely different.
Wow, look at that.
Little toss. Here comes a gadget play.
I went for the Steelers in the Super Bowl.
He was a quarterback in college, and he's thrown a touchdown.
Beautiful.
Pure deception on the biggest
beautiful.
stage. The Seahawks defense was completely fooled, and by the time they reacted, the damage was already done. And speaking of just making the right plays, this one is all about quick thinking. McCreary comes down with the interception midair, but instantly realizes he's drifting out of bounds. So, at the absolute last second, he saves the play with one of the smartest decisions you'll ever see.
Get him too. Herbert looking deep, throwing one up for Mike Williams, and it's intercepted. Did he get the feet in?
Bro, Kalu walking off like he did all the work is crazy, because he basically got handed the interception on a plate and just cashed it in.
That was great.
But people will always remember one of the smartest plays in NFL history that helped pull off one of the greatest miracles the NFL has ever seen. In the 2000 playoffs, the Titans and Bills were dead even in a hard-fought game. With less than 30 seconds left, Buffalo kicks a field goal to take a 1-point lead. So now, with 0 timeouts and just 16 seconds left, Tennessee needed a miracle, or their season was over. And on the punt return, they used the perfect play at the perfect time to pull off one of the most unbelievable moments in NFL history.
Much of the clock and take my chances on a return as opposed to squib kicking it. Let them get it with about 12 seconds to go and a possibility for a play.
Dyson and Bird are deep.
All right, here we go.
Neal. He gives it to Wycheck. Wycheck.
Toss. Let's see if somebody else tosses it. No, he's booking it. He's gone. Nobody around him. Picking up blocks. End zone.
Everybody thought that this was a forward pass. It was so smart the ref thought it might be illegal at first. But that's the thing about smart plays. You never really see them coming.
Here they come.
Stands, it was a lateral.
Those are plays that you definitely rehearse, like, near the end. Like, those are the ones that get you.
But making a risky play in a playoff game is one thing. Risking your whole career on a single play in the Super Bowl is on a whole different level. Now, to be fair, nobody expected Nick Foles to lead Philly to a win against the Tom Brady Patriots. And they definitely didn't expect him to pull off the most disrespectful trick play in Super Bowl
Wasn't Foles
history.
like the backup quarterback for the Eagles? He's won, because there's only a few backup quarterbacks who have won a Super Bowl. And I think Foles is one of them.
And they're going to snap it, and it's Trey Burton who throws caught. Foles.
The genius of it isn't just the play itself, it's the design, the disguise, calling it on 4th down and goal, and the pure disrespect of
Wait,
doing
was
it
it
on
Foles? Like, what backup quarterbacks? Let me Google it. Was it with Foles or was it with someone else? Let's see. Backup QBs to win Super Bowl. Let me look at this list. Yeah, okay, it was Foles. I thought so. So Foles, Brady, Warner, Diffler, I can't say that name. Hostetler, I think is his name. Williams, Plunkett, Bradshaw. I didn't know Terry Bradshaw was one. Staubach, Morale. Okay. Those are the ones who are backup QBs that won a Super Bowl.
Biggest stage in football. Man, when the smartest play in NFL history happens on the biggest stage in football against the greatest quarterback of all time, you know you just witnessed something that will never be topped. But smart plays are one thing. It takes a whole different kind of crazy to actually pull off the craziest catches in NFL history.
And they'll just hang on to the football.
Oh, that was a good one.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my God!
So if you want to see the 10 craziest catches in NFL history, click right here. And if you are rocking with our content, remember to like and subscribe.
The final play of the third quarter, Josh Allen with time to throw, looks, fires, one-handed catch.
That was a good one. Okay. Shout out to Derek for that one. Smartest plays. They had a lot of Dallas Cowboys. All the things that went wrong with the Dallas Cowboys. But shout out to Derek for that one. Let's see. Good evening, Chelsea. I love the channel. Continue the good job. Aw. Man, Momo, shout out to you for that. Let's go to play your drop, Momo. And if y'all don't know, Momo has a channel as well, so make sure y'all subscribe to Momo Rants.
The diabetes chicken made by Lloyd, and like the Cowboys, it sucks ass. Ace, it is like sorrow and sewage. This shit not fit for a raccoon.
Shout out to Momo. All right. Let's see what I got up next. We have NFL players washed up. This is another one from Derek.
Barring a catastrophic injury, we expect the career of a star professional athlete to follow a certain arc. Typically, that arc has a clear beginning, middle, and clear end. But sometimes, something happens which alters the course of that arc forever.
And here is Ricky Williams running inside, walks in for the touchdown.
We can't always put our finger on what exactly caused the alteration, but regardless, the player's career completely craters. From the height of the arc, they come crashing on down. So, let's take a look at 10 NFL players who were destined for stardom, but instead saw their careers fall like meteorites. Ezekiel Elliott, running back.
Great one. I know I'm a Dallas fan, but this is a great one for the list. Y'all know my rants that I've had about Ezekiel Elliott with the Dallas Cowboys. I just thought it was the dumbest thing to pay him all that money because right before, he did nothing to earn it. He had career-high fumbles. He wasn't performing great. You know, near the end of his career, you could just tell. They were playing Pollard more at the time. So I just was not a fan of the decision to pay Ezekiel Elliott. They also franchise tagged Dak Prescott at the time. And then they got rid of Amari Cooper. The dumbest moves that the Cowboys could have made. So, yeah. Shout out to you, Pooh Man, for dropping Momo Rants link. Shout out to you for that.
Autobiography should be titled A Tale of Two Careers. It was the best of times, and it was the worst of times. The best, Elliott was the 4th overall pick by the Cowboys in the 2016 draft and immediately took over the starting running back role.
This was my other pet peeve with the Dallas Cowboys, is you had Derrick Henry on the board, and you chose Ezekiel Elliott, someone who had... I mean, he won a national championship. I'll give him that. He won a national championship with Ohio State. But other than that, he did not compare to Derrick Henry. There was no comparison whatsoever. Like, he had legal troubles and all of this, right? Versus Derrick Henry, who had career-high stats in high school, career-high stats at Alabama, and then you also factor in he won the Heisman. Maybe that was the reason why they didn't want to take a risk, because you never know what but we have debunked that. We have debunked the Heisman myth. But I don't know. I don't know why they chose Ezekiel Elliott over Derrick Henry. And they did it not once, but twice. Because the second time, whenever Derrick Henry was a free agent and they could have, you know, signed him, they got Ezekiel Elliott back. Because I think Ezekiel Elliott, he got traded to the Patriots at the time or something like that. And then they brought him back. What sense did that make? Anyways, I had a rant about it again. Y'all know how I am. Let's see. 58 seconds. Let's go to this one. I'm not going to talk about it. But there's a possibility that I still might. Let's see. Where's this drop at? I know I have it under all of the actors. Let's see.
So I'm not going to talk about it. I actually am going to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, anytime with Ezekiel Elliott, I end up talking about it.
Cowboys in the 2016 draft and immediately took over the starting running back role in Dallas. In that rookie year, he rushed for 1,631 yards on 322 carries. Both led the league and added 15 rushing touchdowns. He was awarded the Sporting News Rookie of the Year, made the Pro Bowl, and was an All-Pro. Elliott was limited to 10 games his sophomore season, but still put up modest numbers. He exceeded the 1,300 rushing yard mark in 2018-2019, once again leading the league in 2018. The worst? Well, after his first 6 years in Dallas, in which Elliott rushed for 7,386 yards with 56 touchdowns, the overused back began to show some wear and tear. In his 7th season, he rushed for what at the time was a career low of 876 yards. Seeing the signs, the Cowboys released Elliott after the 2022 season, and he played a disappointing season. They didn't even show all the fumbles.
They didn't even show, like, back in, like, 2021 or whenever it was, right before they paid him, the career-high fumbles. They didn't even show all that. Y'all, he had, like, 2 or 3 fumbles in one game against the Atlanta Falcons. It was ridiculous.
New England in 2023. However, by that point, his effectiveness was essentially nothing. Elliott was out of the league after 2024, but he remains a perfect example of a player who simply stopped being effective almost immediately. Le'Veon Bell.
I don't even know how I can even comprehend how Ezekiel Elliott fell off. I don't know if it was just like the wear and tear on the body with how Dallas used him. I don't know if it was just his outside. I'm sure a lot of it had to do with outside factors because of how he took care of himself. Because you compare it to Derrick Henry, Ezekiel Elliott, he was still getting into legal trouble, still not taking care of himself probably like he should have been. Compared to Derrick Henry, like Derrick Henry is like locked in. He trains like crazy. His diet is insane. I mean, he's just a whole different beast. So, and you got to think, they entered the league at the same time. But one took care of themselves better than the other, is what I probably think it came down to.
What the heck happened to Le'Veon Bell? The running back out of Michigan State seemed like a future star when he was drafted in 2013, and his first 5 years in the league backed that up. From 2013 through 2017, Bell carved up opposing defenses out of the Pittsburgh backfield. In that span, the star back amassed 5,336 rushing yards with 35 touchdowns, 2,660 receiving yards with 7 touchdowns, was a 3-time Pro Bowl selection, and a 2-time All-Pro. In 2018, when the Steelers placed the franchise tag on Bell for the second time, he decided to sit out the season. That may have been one of his biggest mistakes, as his skills were clearly impacted by the time off. Bell signed a 4-year, $52.5 million deal with the Jets in the 2019 offseason, but it was clear from the very first game in New York that he was not the same. Bell's struggles were so apparent that the Jets released him halfway through the 2020 season, wrapping up his time in New York after a year and a half. From there, Bell's last 2 seasons saw him spend time in Kansas City, Baltimore, and Tampa before ultimately deciding to retire. His post-Pittsburgh stat line was an incredibly modest 1,218 rushing yards with 7 touchdowns and passing statistics not even worth mentioning. When it comes to Le'Veon Bell, it's obvious that he became washed up because...
Bell have like a podcast now? Because I feel like I watch him on a podcast.
His skills eroded during that holdout, thus ending a once promising career. DeMarco Murray, running back. Are you starting to notice a trend with running backs on our list? Because I am. DeMarco Murray was a 3-time Pro Bowl selection, an All-Pro, the 2014 AP Offensive Player of the Year, a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, including a league-leading 1,845 rushing yards in 2014, and a total of 6,515 rushing yards with 43 touchdowns. Not too bad for his first 6 years in the NFL. The 2017 season, Murray's 7th in the league, saw him rush for a career-low 659 yards.
Ooh.
That dip surprised many, especially considering that Murray rushed for 1,287 yards the year before. Regardless, it was becoming apparent that his game was aging, and that the Titans were ready to move on, as they were ready to replace him with the younger and more effective Derrick Henry. Murray was only 30 years old at the time, and a free agent. But in March of 2018, he retired. Could he have continued? Probably. Was there still life left in his legs? Maybe. But clearly, he saw the decline in play during his final year as a member of the Tennessee Titans. Injuries, abuse from being an NFL running back, and the inevitable...
Julio Jones is another one like that. He even mentioned recently, I don't know if y'all watch TMZ Sports, but I, of course, watch TMZ Sports. And he said on TMZ Sports that he had no desire to return back to football, because they asked him about returning to the Eagles or something like that, and he said he had no desire. He didn't want to go through another training camp, didn't want to put his body through that, and I get it.
That comes along with all of that led DeMarco Murray to walk away from the game before being humbled by it. Honestly, a noble choice. But hey, it still earns him a spot on this list. Albert Haynesworth, defensive tackle.
Ooh,
when one is
Haynesworth,
considered to be
that's a good
among the
one.
worst NFL free agent signings in history, well, there has to be some type of historic collapse associated with their tenure. Prior to signing a massive free agent deal with Washington in 2009, Albert Haynesworth built a resume that included being an anchor of Tennessee's front line and one of the most feared defensive linemen in the league. Despite his feared reputation, or heck, perhaps inspired by it, Haynesworth was not without his issues. During the 2006 season, he was issued a 5-game suspension for stomping on the unhelmeted head of an opposing player. He then returned to have his 2 most successful seasons in 2007
That
and
ticked me off. There was also another player who did that. I can't remember which team it was, but we watched one of the videos of like the worst NFL fights, and I don't know if that was on there, but there was another one. It might have been Green Bay, and I can't remember who they stomped on, but that was another one like that.
2008, earning Pro Bowl berths and being named an All-Pro both years. When free agency hit after the 2008 season, the defensive tackle was ready to cash in. And he did. Haynesworth signed a 7-year, $100 million contract with Washington. And this marriage, oh boy, was it a disaster from the jump. Almost immediately, Haynesworth exhibited diva-like behavior. He fought with the Washington coaches, showed up out of shape, failed conditioning requirements, and quit on the field in the middle of plays. Honestly, it was almost a relief when Washington suspended him for the last 4 games of 2010.
Dang, y'all think
But by
Antonio
that
Brown is going to be on this list?
point, the relationship was irreparably damaged and Haynesworth was traded to New England. Once he was signed to a large contract, the on-field play of Albert Haynesworth fell off a cliff. Carson Wentz, quarterback.
Carson Wentz, I don't know if that's
Carson
a good
Wentz's
one.
career was like a house built on a fault line. The Eagles couldn't have asked for a better start to the first 4 years of Wentz's career. He surpassed 3,000 yards passing all 4 years, including 4,039 yards in 2019, was an MVP candidate, and won a Super Bowl. Things were good, and the Eagles decided to build around him. But 2020 saw a few tremors as the quarterback's play began to decline. Wentz only threw for 2,620 yards and led the league with 15 interceptions. Philadelphia, sensing something was wrong, was right to sell their property on the fault line and traded Wentz to the Colts for 2 draft picks, a first and a third. Wentz had a rebound year in Indianapolis, but the Colts decided an upgrade was preferable to a rehab and moved the quarterback to Washington. Once in DC, the tremors turned into a full-blown earthquake as Wentz completely bottomed out. Due to injuries and inconsistency, he only started 7 games for Washington before being released by them. Wentz spent his final 3 seasons in the NFL as a backup quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams, Kansas City Chiefs, and Minnesota Vikings, appearing in only 10 games from 2023 to 2025. Carson Wentz went from being a franchise quarterback to journeyman backup almost overnight, thus becoming another worthy entry on our list. Maurice Jones-Drew, running back.
I don't remember
You know,
him.
it's been a while since we've discussed a running back on our list, so how about we examine one? Next up, Maurice Jones-Drew, the second-round draft pick by Jacksonville in
that's why I don't
2006.
remember him.
Jones-Drew took a few years in the NFL before reaching his true potential, and when he finally did, after a meteoric 3 seasons, he crashed back to earth hard. The UCLA product hovered near 1,000 yards rushing for each of his first 3 seasons of his career. Year 4 saw him fall just short of 1,400 yards. He missed 2 games for over 1,300 yards. Then, in 2011, the then 26-year-old back rushed for a league-leading 1,606 yards, and coming off that successful year, he did what typically comes next: hold out for a new contract. Jones-Drew's holdout in 2012 led to injuries and a lack of production when he finally did return to the field. After 8 years with the Jaguars, he signed a free agent deal with the Oakland Raiders in 2014. Despite signing a contract for 3 years, he would go on to only play 1 game in Oakland. Injuries and a decline in production drove Jones-Drew out of the game after only 1 year with the Raiders. Like many others, the drop-off in his production level declined at an alarming rate. But hey, that's just sort of the deal with running backs, I guess.
Wait, is
Vontae
this just
Davis.
all running backs? Because if it's all running backs, Antonio Brown's not going to be on the list.
Defensive back.
Okay, that answered my question. It's defensive back, okay.
The Miami Dolphins drafted Vontae Davis out of Illinois in the first round of the 2009 draft. Davis came out of college highly rated, as he was ranked as the 3rd best quarterback in his draft class, and he was starting in Miami's secondary by the middle of his rookie year. Davis would remain a starter for the Dolphins for his first 3 years, but after losing a starting role before the 2012 season, he was traded to the Colts. He would go on to spend 6 years in Indianapolis, where he earned his only 2 Pro Bowl
Can I
selections.
just say, I
The
really don't
2018
like how similar the Cowboys and the Colts uniform can look at times. I'm just not a fan of that.
season saw the Pro Bowl cornerback sign a 1-year deal with the Buffalo Bills. Davis didn't play in Week 1, but in Week 2, he shocked the sports world. After giving up a touchdown to the Chargers, Davis removed himself from the game while it was still being played and retired from the NFL. After the game, Vontae Davis stated, "Reality hit me fast and hard. I shouldn't be out there anymore." I don't know, if retiring abruptly at halftime of a game doesn't constitute becoming, in the broadest sense of the word possible, washed up overnight, then I mean, I really don't know what does. Todd Gurley,
Oh, Todd
running
Gurley,
back.
man, why is Todd Gurley on this
I think it's
list?
time for another running back, don't
Did
you?
Todd Gurley really end, like, did it really, end badly to where he ended up washed up? Maybe it's true. Let me listen.
For a brief period of time, from 2015 through 2018, Todd Gurley was considered one of the best running
Did I
backs in
say
the
Todd
National
Gurley? I
Football
hope I
League.
didn't say
Drafted by the
Tom.
Rams
But I'm talking about Todd Gurley. I think I said Todd Gurley.
the 10th pick in 2015, Gurley immediately crossed the 1,000-yard rushing mark in 3 of his 4 seasons. His 4,547 rushing yards over his first 4 years showed the football world that
I
the
thought
Rams
Todd
had a
Gurley
budding
went to the
star running back
Falcons.
on
Let me
their
look this
hands.
up.
He also led the league in rushing touchdowns in 2017 and 2018. In addition to being a great runner, Gurley was also pretty good at catching the ball at the backfield, as evidenced by his 788 receiving
Yeah, he
yards in
did go to the
2017. But something happened in the 2019 season. Gurley was not the same back that he had been in his first 4 years. Something was
I don't
wrong.
even
Most
remember
likely it
him
was lingering issues with his knee
with
from
the
the injury that he
Rams.
sustained in the previous year's run to the Super Bowl. Perhaps his injury was one of the reasons that the Rams lost. Regardless, at the conclusion of the season, the Rams, in a bid to save money, cut Gurley. In April of 2020, he signed a 1-year deal with the Falcons. He suited up in 15 games for Atlanta, but only managed to rush for 678 yards and retired after the season. Todd Gurley was great, but his career simply ended way too quickly. Josh Gordon, wide receiver. Josh Gordon's Demons first appeared in college when he was suspended indefinitely by Baylor University for drug use. Despite said issues, the Browns selected Gordon in the second round of that year's supplemental draft. He flashed potential in his rookie season, but the next
I
year
need to
truly
find a
showed his Jekyll
video
and Hyde
of all the NFL players who got in trouble for drug use. I really want to find a video of that. Because I'm sure they have one on YouTube already that I can react to. It's interesting. I did see, there's this series on Amazon that I watched about this one player. He played for USC whenever Reggie Bush was there. He wasn't ever a starter, but he was like dealing, and he ended up going to prison. That series was actually cool. I think it's gonna like turn into like a reality series, to be honest. I think Detroit was his last team. Are you talking? Oh yeah, are you talking about for Gurley? Maybe, because it said that he was on a few teams. Let me look. Oh wait, no, it says, okay, so obviously he played for Georgia, but then he went to the Rams and then with the Falcons, and then that's all it shows. It doesn't show anything else. Let me look. I'll click on it and see. Rams. Trying to see anything with the Falcons. Okay, no. It just says Rams and Falcons. If you're talking about Tall Gurley.
Persona. He missed the first 2 games of the 2013 season due to substance issues, but rebounded over the final 14 games of the season to finish with 1,646 receiving yards, a Pro Bowl selection, and being named an All-Pro. And it looked like the Browns had a star in the making. However, things took a turn for the worse starting the next season. Gordon was suspended for the first 10 games of the 2014 season. He returned for the final 5, but was once again suspended for violating the league's substance abuse policies. This suspension would last a whole lot longer than the last one. Due to multiple violations of the policy and failed drug tests, Gordon would miss the entire 2015 season, 2016 season,
I can't
and all
remember
but
which
the last
player we recently covered on this, but he had some sort of substance abuse issue, and they have a special program in the NFL. Pat McAfee talked about it, but Pat McAfee was a part of it at one point in time, and he said they stay on your case. They're like worse than a probation officer, is what he said. But they stay on your case. They want to know where you're at all times, like all of this, and rightfully so, right? Because you're an athlete, and when you're having substance abuse issues, that can't be going on during the season. You got to act right. But I'm wondering if Gordon wasn't a part of that.
5 games of the 2017 season. Gordon was traded to New England the following year, but was suspended once again. Over his final 3 seasons, spread out over 4 calendar years, the wide receiver bounced between 4 teams.
Okay, I thought Gordon was at the
Seahawks.
Patriots. See, I remember Gordon with the Patriots. I didn't remember him with the Browns. I mean, I do, actually, that's a lie. I do remember him with the Browns just because of the incident where he got in trouble. But I mainly remember him whenever he was at the Patriots.
Chiefs and Titans. He was a shell of the receiver who caught 1,646 yards. Gordon became washed up due to personal issues, but he is undoubtedly a textbook story of what could have been.
Why'd they show Randy
Ricky
Moss?
Williams.
That was an image of Randy Moss there.
Running back. We started with a running back, so let's finish with one. Ricky Williams was a great running back, absolutely dominant for the first 5 years of his career, and then it all went up in smoke. Williams spent the first 3 years of his career in New Orleans, where he broke the 1,000-yard rushing barrier twice. Prior to the 2002 season, Williams was traded to Miami, where he immediately led the league with 1,853 rushing yards and a Pro Bowl berth. The star back followed that up by rushing for 1,372 yards and a league-leading 392 carries. Williams was among the best running backs in the league. And then, right before the start of the 2004 season, he retired. Apparently, he chose to retire rather than face a 4-game suspension for failing a drug test for marijuana. After sitting out 2004, Williams returned to Miami for the 2005 season. He did serve his 4-game suspension.
He decided to retire instead of serving his suspension. I don't know, that's kind of smart. Did he like retire and then come out of retirement? Because if so, that's actually kind of smart. Because he not only avoided, I don't know, I feel like he probably couldn't avoid it. Like, I feel like if he retired and then returned, maybe they would still try to get him for that. But the fact that he retired, that's hilarious. He retired for his addiction.
The 2006 season, where he was suspended again. Williams returned for 1 game in 2007 before going on to suit up in all 16 games from 2008 to 2011. Although he was no longer a starter, he managed to once again break the 1,000-yard rushing mark in 2009.
Hey, that's pretty good. The fact that he returned and was able to break the 1,000 rushing yards as a backup, that's actually pretty good.
Other outside interests during his playing days contributed to his career fading far, far too soon. But what other NFL players were washed up overnight? Were there any notable examples we may have missed? Let us know in the comments section below.
I feel like Antonio Brown should be one of them. What do y'all think? I think Antonio Brown should be one of them. You mentioned Harris, Pittsburgh. Let me look at this. Are you talking about like Franco Harris? Oh, wait. Are you talking about Pooh Man? Are you talking about Franco Harris or are you talking about Najee Harris? If you're talking about Najee Harris, I feel like Najee Harris really, did great. He lasted a long time with the Steelers. Obviously, he went to the Chargers. He had that injury. But he's still in it. But I'm kind of with you. I feel like if you're talking about Najee Harris, I feel like he's one that has something to prove. But which Harris are you talking about? Because there's Franco Harris and there's Najee Harris. Anyways, let me know which one you were referring to. Okay, there's that. That was from Derek. Shout out to Derek. If you're ear hustling, I don't know, but shout out to you for that one. Let's see. I have another one from Pooh Man. Y'all, I don't know what this one's about, but let's see it.
He always used to say, if a teacher gave you a study guide for a test, you'd take the study guide, you prepare, you take the test. Well, I'm the study guide. I have taken the test. Are you gonna listen to me or not?
The 2026 NBA Finals MVP is the captain, Jalen Brunson.
What are we talking about here? Hold on.
35 points. Life is not perfect, but there are
about the Knicks.
Perfect moments. And there's one right there.
Man, Pooh Man, why'd you send me this?
Jump. Tie your goddamn shoe.
Pooh Man, why'd you send me this? I can't stand. I didn't want the Knicks to win again because of Stephen A. Also, the way the fans acted, I said earlier, I feel like there should be some sort of repercussions now. If the fans act like that, your team should be stripped of a win or a championship to cause these fans to act right. Because it's getting dangerous. It's getting ridiculous and also dangerous at these sporting events now. Not just in professional sports, but also with like AAU teams for kids. Like, these parents are acting crazy. So I feel like there needs to be repercussions now. And I feel like the best way to do it is to strip your team of a championship or a win if the fans don't act right. Because I'm telling you, you make a rule of that. You say, hey, if fans don't act right, we're taking away your win or your title. I think the fans are going to want to conduct themselves in a better way at sporting events. But that's just me.
Every time you come out here, I tell you to tie your shoe.
It was all mental. He was just trying to see where I was mentally. And then he pushed me and pushed me. And
How many? Do I tell you stop? Go.
Come on, Jay.
Here we go.
Walking.
Or those walk. Let's go right
Okay,
here.
you agree? CDT Beats? Yeah, it's just the way parents are acting in all sports, all levels of sports, whether that's elementary, like with Pee Wee League, with AAU travel teams for like the teenagers and all of that, and then to college sports and professional sports, all levels. They need to implement a rule. If the fans don't act right, you get stripped of your win or your championship title. Because I guarantee you, that's going to want to cause these fans to act like they got some sense. And that includes inside the building and outside the building. Because y'all know what happened outside the building with the Knicks, right? And the Spurs, where they were like stripping off jerseys from these Spurs players, and it was ridiculous. They need to say, hey, if you are not acting right before you head into the game, outside in the parking lot or whatever, inside the arena, and then after the game's over, if you are doing this on the property, we're gonna strip the team of the win and the championship. So that's where I stand on it now.
Speed. Left hand now, crossover finish to the right.
It's tough, Jay. Come on.
Thank you, CDT Beats. Hey, they should hire me. I'm available if you need a commissioner. I'll take the pay. If you need some assistance, you got me, okay? Hire me. I'm your girl. I'm making great solutions here. I feel like that's a great solution. Because I don't think a fine, yeah, you could fine the team, but that's really no blow to a team. And that really doesn't impact the, fans. So why would they care if their team gets fined as long as it's not coming out of their pockets? But if you tell them charges will be pressed, plus the team will be stripped of their win or their championship, I guarantee you, those fans will care more about being stripped of their championship and their win than they will if they were to get charges pressed on them. That's why I think the championship and the win is just more of an impact to these fans than anything else. CDT, shout out to you. CDT Beats, I asked you earlier, I don't know if you answered my question or not, but are you going live later? Let me just go ahead and look. I can just look. I'm gonna look.
That mental part of it.
Hey,
was
shout out to CDT
huge.
Beats. CDT Beats will be live at 8 o'clock, and that's where I'll be. So we're gonna hurry up and get through this video.
Huge for me, because I didn't really think about it until I got older. I was like, half the stuff I'm doing now is easy.
Yeah,
because
I've been doing it. It's incredible.
Go. Full speed. Good. Good. Change direction on the break. One-on-one. Go. Ginobili.
Hey, change direction on the break. I like that little input there. I guess this is his dad. What's his name? Bell? Is his last name Bell? I can't remember. But, I guess, did his dad play? I think his dad played in the NBA too.
Go.
Too small, too slow. He's heard all that. But like I keep saying to people, he's one of 8 people in the history of Illinois that win over 100 games in high
That's
school.
similar to
He's
Devontae Smith. He was told he was too small.
one over 100 games in college.
Oh,
He won
that's
2
a
gold
nice
medals.
shot.
But at the end of the day,
I will hold
keep
you.
doubting him.
That was a nice jumper right there. Nice shot.
He keeps winning.
Sprint back, son.
Let me just go ahead and say this. So this shows you that you don't have to be the strongest, the tallest, or any of those things. Play to your strengths. Play to your strengths, not your weaknesses. If you can find a way to take advantage of something in any area of the game, you will find an advantage. Because I'm telling you, people will underestimate you. If they see your height, if they think you're too short, and you can't do nothing, you find a way to be quick on the court. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's always something. Oh man, that's brutal. Derrick Henry be doing those like crazy, y'all. I don't know what's worse. That I feel like, okay, this isn't a big deal to me because I grew up on a mountain at my dad's, so that mountain was way bigger than this, y'all. Way bigger. Maybe I'll show y'all a picture of like the mountain I lived on. I don't know what's worse. For me, I don't think this is as bad as stadiums. For whatever reason, running stadiums, for those of you who don't know what stadiums are, you go to a stadium, like, you know, high school, college stadium, NFL, I don't know if they do it in the NFL, probably not, because that stadium's huge, but most likely, you know, your high school, college stadium, you run up and down those stadiums. That's brutal. That's brutal.
Brunson drives, foul, shot is up, count it, and one! Jalen Brunson with another answer.
Talk about the journey you've been on and how it has reached this point now where you're on.
Whoa! Hey, wow. Oh, shout out to you, man. Rick, his dad, played for the Knicks and lost to the Spurs the last time the Knicks were in the NBA Finals. What an interesting backstory for that. Wait, was that the one that was in the 70s? Because, well, no, that's the lie. Well, it could have been the one in the 70s, because I know for a fact, Ernie C. told me that the Spurs hadn't, you know, won an NBA final, I guess, since the 70s. So I don't know if he was a part of that team. Oh, here we go. They're showing it, I guess.
Step up top to keep Mario Elie from going.
Starks for three. Yes. John Starks unconscious here in the fourth quarter.
There's something unique, special, and yet absolute about sports. No matter how much you wanted to win or how hard you prepared, if the ball is slippery or you're having a bad day or there's a special defense that's playing that you're not used to or that is a surprise to you, it may be what causes you to not play as well as you'd hoped. And all people will remember is your performance on game day. And that is the absolute part about sports, especially in an age where everyone has a microphone, a camera, and they can go online and call someone like John Starks a bum because he went 2 for 18 or whatever in the most important game of the season, forgetting it was John Starks that was the reason why they were up 3-2 in 1994.
Yeah, you're right, Pooh Man. I really got to change that goal. It says 420. We way past 420 now. I really got to change it now. You're right. Thank you for reminding me.
First place.
Ewing rebounds. And here comes Starks. Starks all the way. Oh, what a move by John Starks. In the fourth quarter, Starks for three. Yes, John Starks keeping the Knicks alive.
For any of us that's had the opportunity to either play sports with our fathers watching or play sports under the tutelage as a coach-player relationship under our fathers, the first thing you learn about being an athlete is that you need mental toughness, that you have to be mentally strong, that when things aren't going well, you have to be able to focus. You have to dig deep when you're tired, when the referees are not calling the game fairly in your opinion. If the ball is wet, you have to find a way to overcome that and not become the kind of person that whines or makes excuses.
I'm trying to figure out why the ball would be wet. Y'all know we had Deflategate with Tom Brady, but I'm trying to figure out why the ball would be wet. Maybe sweat on the court? Sweat? I don't know. Why would the ball be wet? Unless you're playing outside for like football.
Essentially why it's so incredibly important for young boys particularly to be raised with, if not solely by, their fathers.
He always used to ask me, is this what you want to do for a living? So no matter what mood I was in, the answer was always yes.
Hey, Ma, can we have the ice cream cones?
Huh?
Can you have the ice cream cones?
No, we have ice cream cones at home.
I don't know why
But I wanted
Bill
those.
earlier, but we're talking about Bronson. Anyways, you know, I agree with what he's saying. What's up, Billy Ty? Good to see you in the building. And what is up, ES3? Good to see you as well. We're going to try to hurry up because CDT Beats is going to be live at 8 o'clock.
It's different.
No, we have some at home, Keefan.
I'm getting this one. I don't care what you say.
You don't have any money.
I don't care. You're buying it.
Ooh, that would not
When
fly.
did he start
That would
asking
not
you
fly
that?
with my dad.
Probably like 7th grade.
Keefan, I said I'm not buying those.
Well, we're getting it.
You get this. You
That
gotta
would not
jump.
fly
How you
with my
goddamn
dad.
Every time you come out here, I tell you to tie your shoe.
I said I'm not getting those. You need to.
Please place item. No.
Okay.
And then he pushed me and pushed me. And
How many?
Do I tell you stop? Go.
Keefa, next time I say no, that means no. Do you understand?
No. Next time you embarrass me, you're gonna pay for it. Now make me an ice cream right now.
I hope that's a skit. I hope that is a skit. I wish I would tell my dad something like that. Oh, man. He would light my legs on fire, y'all. I will. Okay, so recently my dad said that he had one parenting regret. And I was like, why? Why would you regret anything? And then he said, oh, my stepmom, you know, was there too. But he said that his regret was whipping, like the way he would, you know, whipping me. I was like, Dad, of everything to regret, that is the least thing to, you know, have a regret about, because I deserved it and I needed to act right. So I was like, Dad, you got no reason to feel any type of regret for that. But I think the reason why he regretted it is because there was this one time, like I said, he light my legs on fire. But keep in mind, I was stubborn. I was a stubborn girl, and if, you know, he was whipping me, and he even said this too, it would tick him off. It would make him even madder, because I would just look at him and act like it didn't hurt. I would just act like it didn't hurt. I act like inside I'm dying, right? But I would just act like I'm just fine and dandy. And that would, you know, make him whip me more. And I think that's probably why that he regretted it. But, you know, then I think once I got to a point where I was just, you know, tougher, that's when he started taking things away from me. So he would take away toys. He would take away, like, whenever I got a cell phone, he took away my cell phone. That was key. Or my favorite was during games. If I was yelling at the TV during football games, he would threaten to send me to my room, and I didn't have a TV in my room. So, yeah, there's that. But I'm telling you, my dad had no, like, should not regret that at all, whipping me, because I needed it.
Jay.
Here we go.
Walking.
Where does he walk? Let's go right here. Full speed. Left hand now. Crossover finish to the right.
Good tough, Jay. Come on.
Oh, that's hilarious, Fully Tied. You said I almost took off my belt just hearing this. I don't even have a kid. Yeah. My dad, I got the belt. I got the method of, you know, go outside and pick your own switch. And if it was too thin, my dad would go back out and pick a bigger one. So I would try my best to pick a decent one. But I would not pick no flimsy one.
That mental part of it was huge for me.
I don't know who the hell you think you're talking to.
I'm talking to you. What are you gonna do? What me? I'll get you locked up.
You better get the fuck out of my face now.
No.
Like I said, I'm hoping that's a skit. I'm hoping that's a skit.
Go. Don't look back. Go. All right. Grab. One more.
The fact that they're videoing this, like, training, this is why kids should be involved in sports.
One of the things we know about Hollywood is that it has a strong affinity for demonizing
If you can get kids involved in sports, especially those who are single mothers, I would highly encourage them to get their kids involved in sports, because you'll likely be around, you know, male role models. Yeah.
male figures that are quote unquote patriarchal, that require some discipline or some measure of order in their households, especially from families that have young kids that turn out to be extremely successful. We saw this in both of the Jacksons movies, that in both of them, Joe Jackson was seen as someone who was essentially void of virtue. He was beating on the kids all the time, and that the boys essentially didn't like him. And when they grew up to be older and successful, basically the whole point of the movie was that they were free from this domineering father, and it was the love and virtue of the mother that got them through.
Who did this, huh? Who did this? I didn't do it. God, swear to God. Believe me.
Then who? If you pay attention, you could see the dilemma. If a young black boy does something wrong, he makes the wrong decision, the whole world will turn on that young boy and say, how dare you do this? And then look at the father and say,
I wasn't expecting Carmelo Anthony to be in this, but y'all, I'm very sensitive to Carmelo Anthony.
Where is the father? Why didn't he do his job? But when the father is there and the son sell 150 million records and make perhaps the best Christmas album ever made, in my opinion, they're still saying that the father was there, but he was overbearing, he was domineering, he was void of emotional, whatever you want to call it these days. And the funny part about it is, I thought it was supposed to be about results. Joe Jackson got results. And guess who else got results? Rick Brunson.
I know when to decipher when he's being a coach or when he's being a dad. And when we're on the court, that's coach. I mean, I still call him dad, but he's a coach then. And as soon as we get off the court, I mean, that's obviously my father. Our relationship is very unique. It's interesting how people perceive us, but I wouldn't change anything for the world. My dad being a journeyman in the NBA, us living in South Jersey most of my childhood while he played. So being able to see my dad for the last 4 years consecutively is probably the longest it's ever been. And so I don't take this for granted at all. And I love this relationship and this opportunity, and I don't take it for granted.
I guess you could say this is a tale of two dads, but it's really a tale of one dad, because the young boy acting up over the ice cream, his dad isn't there to be present and telling him that, no, you're not going to get this ice cream because dad says so.
And then that was a skit.
You look at the dad that's present, and he's doing the opposite of what that boy that's acting up over the ice cream is doing. That young Jalen Brunson was running the hill and running extra laps, and his father was the bad guy in that particular situation. But when you are looking at that situation now and you hear Madison Square Garden yelling MVP to you, do you understand that your father was right? He was the one who understood what you needed to go through to get to where you really wanted to be, and all you could see is, you know what, I just want these ice cream cones. Why can't I have them? And if you ask Daddy Rick Brunson at the time, why am I making this so hard for you? He'd say, in the future, this is going to be your name.
I feel like that's the best thing you could do to communicate with kids is say, you know, this decision is made to benefit you. I know you don't understand it now, but this is the results you will get if you lead with a healthy lifestyle and all of those things, if you listen to the instructions of the parent. But what do I know?
Black men are not the problem in the black community. And I'm tired of seeing this rhetoric. I'm seeing this by black women, I'm seeing this by gay black men, and even straight black men. And apparently with all this education that you all claim to have, you don't understand that shaming does not work. It actually does the opposite. right? It actually gets people to engage in more of the behavior that you're telling them that they're wrong for doing. I made a video when we was talking about the old saying, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Positive reinforcement actually works. When you are saying, this is the type of black man that we like to see. And also not because he is saying everything you want him to say, right? Not because he is doing he is the prototype of the black man that you imagine in your mind, because I think at the essence of a lot of this is y'all just want to control black men, and black men are not willing to be controlled.
I can't say that I'm the biggest Knicks fan, but it is beautiful to see the young Jalen Brunson win a title on the court that his father lost a title.
This video kind of changed my mind. You kind of giving me lighthearted feelings towards the Knicks now, because after seeing this, I'm not too mad. It makes me be more sympathetic for the Knicks finally getting a win.
To the same team, by the way, 4-1 in 1999, and essentially complete the circle that started with a young kid who was thinking that his father was probably evil and demanding and asking too much, and why is my father making me do all of this extra stuff when the other kids aren't doing it?
I guarantee you he communicated with his kid, hey, you don't understand this now, but if you do these things as I instruct you, this will be the best thing to help you later on in life to be healthier, to have a successful life.
He hears chants of MVP while other young boys are essentially being told, you can have this ice cream. I said no, but this is the last time.
I said it earlier. I said it earlier that I think the fans should be the reason why the Knicks get stripped of their championship. Like any fan base who acts that way, they need to cause the team to be stripped of the championship or the win. Because that will cause these fans to act right. Because clearly, giving them fines and court cases or whatever, that's not cutting it. That's not working. But I guarantee you, if you take away the title, if the fans figure out, oh, well, I might be the reason why my team wouldn't win a championship or get the win if I don't act right, it'll cause them to, be better. But, again, what do I know?
Not really understanding that if you have John Starks Game 7 moment in your lifetime, either on a basketball court, on an athletic field, or somewhere off it where you make a large mistake that might change your life, all people are going to remember you for is the biggest goof or gaffe that you made in your life or your biggest success. Because men are seen as people that are doers. If you don't accomplish, you're a loser. And young Jalen understood that lesson very early on from his father. You are here to do. You are here to accomplish. You are here to be successful. If you do not accomplish those things, then people will not see you as anything other than a failure. Point blank, period.
Man, I like that. I think he's done. But, man, I like that. That was a great video. That ended up being a great video, Pooh Man. Shout out to you for that. All right, y'all, let's close it out with a motivational video because CDT Beats will be live. It's almost 8 o'clock. That's where I'll be. So make sure you go check out my music producer. He's the one behind my beats. Whenever I hit the outro, you'll hear that amazing Tupac remix from CDT Beats. So shout out to him.
Doubt is such a strange thing. I mean, it's, there'll be times where you succeed and there are times that you fail. So wasting your time doubting whether you're going to be successful or not is pointless. It is. I mean, you just put
pointless to waste your time doubting if you're going to be successful. You just got to take chances. And I really admire Kobe Bryant for all the wisdom that he's given over the years. And I'm glad that we have, those videos, those quotes from him to fall back on. But that is going to be it for this live Touchdown Tribe. I will catch you over in CDT Beats' chat. Bye, guys.